Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another movie review. I sincerely feel like I have seen the finest, best film of the entire summer. I'm not kidding you. I laughed and I cried equally, which has never happened for me in a cinema setting. All the characters from the book had come to life for me. I thought that whoever pulled the cast together did a splendid job, and they deserve mucho kudos. The story itself was even better than the book, and it had all the humor and the poignancy and just the mood of the Jim Crow South. And this is during the Civil Rights Movement, and everything changed during this time, and it was quite revolutionary. And being a history buff, I have to say, I know even though the story is fiction, it's still kind of a very, well, it is a very tragic reminder, and it's a blight on our American past. I'll admit to it. But I'm just prayerful that we have learned from our mistakes and have become more acceptable to other people. Just because people look different than we do and act differently, speak differently than we do, it doesn't mean that they are inferior to us. It's something that I've learned from college. You cannot judge a book by its cover. And these stories are true. I'm fairly sure that there were a lot of white children who were raised by colored maids. I'm pretty sure it happened in Missouri and elsewhere as well. It probably was more accepted in the North, where the blacks were becoming more integrated. Well, there's still segregation, but here it was the worst of the worst, and Miss Hilly was a bitch. I mean, there's no other way to say it. She is what she is, and she just needed a big boot to her keister. But there were a lot of people that were exactly like Mrs. Hilly, and just godless, as Abilene said, and I definitely agreed with that, because there couldn't have been a more apt description of her. And I just think that this movie, The Help, is a 5-star film. Everything about it, perfection. The background music was country, and it fit the mood of Jackson, Missouri, and just the whole the setting and everything that was going on. Even the music that they had, it was accurate. The costumes were perfect, and definitely suited for the era itself. And I just really, I love this story, and I can't wait to get it on DVD. It's that good. And another thing I wanted to say about it is, this is the first time since I've seen The Proposal that an entire cinema has been filled with people. This is that kind of a movie. And I heard somebody talking, and I heard that the producers of the film were leery about actually greenlighting it because of the context. And yes, it's controversial, but it happened, and young Americans really need to be educated about this. And I think that it enlightened me. I was enlightened for a second time having seen this movie, and I can't tell you how remarkable this film is. It is completely spectacular. It is powerful, and I want to make films like this. I really want to touch people, and I want to be able to teach them a lesson and not be overly preachy, and let them know that friendship can exist between race, and those black women, they love those children. And Abilene was my absolute favorite character. I just loved her. She is such a strong person and character, and Minnie, Minnie, bless her heart, she tells it like it is, and she says what's on her mind, and I like her for that. But sometimes she lets her mouth get the best of her, and she gets into trouble for that. But Abilene, I really believe that she was a very strong, tenacious, and vibrant character, and she was resilient, and it reminded me of my mother. I guess that's why I like Abilene so much, is because I can see a lot of my mom in her. And Eugenia, I adore her. Her mother, at first you don't like her, but then you feel more sympathy toward her as she goes through a change, and then you learn why exactly she fired Constantine. And Constantine, I think she was based on a maid that the writer had. And I just think it's just so fascinating. It really is. It makes you wonder if art really does imitate life, and I think it does. I truly believe that this happened, and maybe names and places have been changed to protect the innocent, but I really believe that there, just like in The Secret Life of Bees, there are a lot of really strong black people that raise white children that were just kind of orphaned, literally, and they took the rightful place of what was supposed to be for their parents. And this, I think, is a really good example. I think that it just crosses all barriers that we know of, and it just speaks to me as a person that love knows no race, it knows no color, it knows no creed. Love is the ultimate, it is the ultimate emotion. It is the ultimate feeling, and it's the ultimate of everything. I can't really explain it well because my words fail me. It's just this movie has really touched me, and I feel that it's deserving of an Oscar, or many Oscars, for the message that it conveys. And I don't know if Oprah was behind this, but if she was, God bless her, because I kind of feel like her touch was in it, because she's also an advocate for empowering people and looking beyond just that whole creed, color, boundaries that I think we still have a little bit of in this day and age. But I do believe that we have come very far, and the help proves me right. And I just hope, if you see any movie this summer, make it this movie, but be sure that you bring your Kleenex, because there are some moments that are very, very heart-tugging, and it's just an extremely emotional film, but it is so worth seeing, and it is just absolutely magnificent. It is the most wonderful film, as tremendous movie I have seen all summer. This is it, people. This is a definite must-see. So if you have a chance to see it while it's still in the cinema, do it, because it is an experience that will move you for the rest of your life.